Hey everyone, I'm Joe McNamee. I teach people how to buy and sell real estate for a fair profit without risk. So this house looks strikingly similar to the house that was on the video blog just before this one. They're different houses, and you can flip back and forth if you want just to see that. We had to do that because a lot of times I don't see the houses, or I don't see them that often. So if I see a picture and then later on I see the picture of the house again, because for some reason it might come up, I'll get the two houses confused, but they're actually two completely different houses. This one here is a great story. The seller came to us about a year before he came to us again. So he came to us a year previously, came in, sat down. His first name is Brian, and I went through everything that I could do for him, and he decided not to. That's fine. So a year later, poof, all of a sudden he comes back in. I don't remember him at all. I don't remember the conversation or anything, but my conversations, my flow is, pretty congruent. It adjusts a little bit based on what's happening in the economy and in the world, and new things that happen and change what we can and can't do. But anyway, so he came back in. He said, "Look, I don't know what to do with this house. A tree fell on it, poked a hole in the roof. I haven't had anybody live in there in a year. I was here a year ago, told you what was going on with it, and I decided not to do anything with you, and I can kick myself in the butt. This time I'm here. Whatever you need me to do, you just tell me what to do." At this point in time, the second time he came in, he owed a little over $29,000 on this. That's on, I think it's on 6 acres. He was about to give up and quit making payments. He just didn't know what to do with it. He was going to try to sell the timber off the land to make a little bit of money off of it and then give the whole thing back to the bank. Well, what does that do to him? Number one, that kills his credit because now he's got a foreclosure. Number two, the lender is stuck with a property that's not in very good shape. Number three, the neighborhood is stuck with a house that's nobody can live in because of the hole in the roof that the tree created. So what I told him to do, I told him to write a check for X number of dollars for us to get this house fixed so that it was sellable. So he wrote that check right there on the spot, and really I didn't tell him to write the check. I said, well, it's going to take X number of dollars, and he pulled out his checkbook. He said, all right, how much am I writing this check for? So he wrote us out a check for us to get the work done. So we got all the work done that needed to be done on this house, and we put it up for sale. It took us maybe 25, 30 days to get the end buyer in place. So when I talked to him again, we solved the problem. We got the place looking nice. We got the end buyer in place. So now he doesn't have to make those payments anymore. So the payments are off of him. But in the conversation that I had with him the second go round, I said to him, look, if you have the funds available to you, the smartest thing for you to do, which by the way, the payment on that's $625, $650 a month, somewhere in that ballpark. The smartest thing for you to do with that small amount of money that's left owed on this property is, if you have the funds, pay it off so that it's free and clear, and then we'll structure it to where you get a seller financed first position mortgage on it, and then you'll receive an income off of this property for many years. You'll end up receiving somewhere in the ballpark of $50,000 or so on this property if you do what I'm telling you to do. But I don't know if you have the capabilities. He said, well, it would take me about 6 weeks to get together. He works, what he does is he works in fabricating jets, private jets. So he can go out of town and work a job for 6 weeks and make some decent money on being able to do that. He's a single guy. He doesn't have any expenses at all. So I guess about maybe a month ago, he called me and said, all right, I've got the funds available, so what do I need to do now as far as getting, paying off this property? So now we're about to call him back. We're right in the middle of that right this minute. Call him back to show him exactly what it is that he should be doing, so that then we can place a note in place. Now, what I'll do is, I'll buy it from him, and I'll put a mortgage in place for what his payoff was. And we'll finance it that way, and then from there, we'll, the end buyer that's in there that's doing a lease purchase, then when they bring in, they have a large down payment they're bringing in. They have, they put, I think they put $2,000 down first, which isn't all that great, but their monthly payment is about $1,400 a month. So, but they have a settlement that's coming, and it's supposed to be right about this time for over $20,000, but they want to take a minimum of $20,000 and put towards this house for them buying it. So, and they're buying it for $87,000. So, then once that end buyer brings in the $20,000, then we'll convert the deed into their name and do it as a subject to, and then we'll carry back a second mortgage on it for the balance. Okay?